What is going on? And welcome to the first show of 2024.
Oh, that's awesome. That's fun to hear. I like that. It feels like we've been in 2024 for a minute, but it's our first episode of the year. Welcome back, Adam.
That was my bad. That's because we're doing Instagram too, and Instagram has a delay. I
Oh,
apologize.
okay.
Getting
Good.
the
Well, it's
rust
good to get some
out.
new followers in. Well, welcome everybody. It's good to see everybody back again. We got quite a bit of new people showing up here and commenting. Some nice old friends showing up. So we're gonna get excited today and kind of go through a whole lot of stuff with you guys.
It is going to be a banger for sure. We got a lot to talk about. We have a recap of 2023. Can you believe it's almost been a year of us together
Right.
trying to put this show on? And it's been awesome. We got a lot of new viewers, so we are going to get back to basics, but definitely have to recap on how this crazy adventure
Yeah.
all started. And if you've been following along the Cow Tech escapades or episodes, uh, you'll remember way back when we started, we didn't have this light set up. That's for sure. It was
Right.
uh, it was kind of funny. We had a
Pretty
massive
primitive.
power outage, and everything was being run off of batteries and a candle. So if you haven't seen episode one, definitely worth a giggle. Go there and check it out.
Oh yeah, it was like
It
it
was
was like maybe going back into like the 1800s. It was by candlelight. We had, we didn't have our border. We didn't have our cool graphics to show the,
nothing.
discount code of Cow-Tech for 10% off. We didn't have any of
Yep.
that stuff. It was just you and I, talking, and we didn't even have light at that point. At least you didn't have light.
No, it still hasn't been created yet. So along the way, we kind of polished up a little bit. We expanded to multiple different formats. We're now going live on two multiple pages on Facebook. We're going live on the YouTube, and we now are doing Instagram. Now, please remember,
Yeah,
because
it's
there's
cool.
31 right now live on the two platforms that I can
Yeah,
track,
that's
and
awesome.
I can't track Instagram. So if you are watching us via Instagram, please feel free to jump on over to the other platforms, give us a subscribe, give us a like, and you'll be able to get all of our content, because the content that we have planned for 2024 is going to be pretty darn cool. And I think you guys will be pretty appreciative of what we're going to be doing for that as well. Thank you, Kevin, for sure, bud. Yeah, it's been quite the adventure. There's been a couple cool episodes. We had some amazing
Oh,
people as
yeah.
guests on the show as
That was
well. So
fun. Yeah, oh, yeah,
yeah,
like Mark Santa Maria was on, John Schultz was on our last episode of 23. A lot of really cool people, a lot of great, CowRC team drivers, interviewed. I mean,
oh
really a lot,
yeah,
and kind of all facets, of the RC industry, talking to different people about different, dragsters, all kinds of stuff. I mean, it was a lot of fun. We had some
Sean
great
with the
guests.
boat too. Yeah,
Yeah, Sean with his boat.
so
Oh,
cool.
yeah.
And to see the history too and how things kind of came to fruition, some of the behind the scenes testing of all the products we've come to know and
Mhm.
love. Oh man. And not only that, having your guys' help to create new products. Now, I'm going to put Tyler on the spot and ask
I wasn't
him
ready for that.
what was his favorite new release product of 2023. Because let's face
Oh,
it,
that's
there
not
was
even
a lot.
hard. Yeah, that's
No,
not even
Tyler.
hard. It's tire wash. I mean, that's
Okay.
tire wash. I mean, no brainer. I mean, I just did a post on the fans page today. I just cleaned up a super set of muddy tires, and it took took the mud off so easily. And I mean, and the funny thing is that formula has been around longer than the tire wash. And for those who haven't caught our previous episodes, tire wash is the same formula as Hide Wipes. It's just a pure liquid form. So we've had this for a while, and just been, kind of been playing with it, testing it, and it works fantastic. So hands down, that's my favorite new release of 23.
All right. No, that is a good one. So now my favorite release of 2023 is sitting right in front of you. That has been such a blessing to me. The new Carbon Series Black
Yeah,
Matte.
That's
are
sweet.
just, I love them. Like
Yeah.
I would show off mine right now, but I used it at the track today. I'm like just literally getting back, and it is a staple in my travel pack now. I can't go
Yeah.
anywhere without the Carbon Series mat. I love it to death. He hit a home run in 2023 releasing these mats, and I know that he's got a little trick up his sleeve for 2024, and I am looking
Yes.
forward to it. It's gonna
Well, I
be
mean,
awesome.
equally, and honestly, when we're talking about mats, my equal favorite is the mouse pad. I think that is it's just it's so much different, than the
Yeah,
Carbon Series mat, but it's just the graphics and the size of it and the portability
yeah.
of it. I mean, that's my go-to. I take that with me rolled up, in my CowRC duffel bag. It fits in there nicely, and I can put it
Oh,
on the tailgate of my truck, and it's like
yeah.
just instantaneous workspace. And I can take a couple parts trays with me because I'm never really like spending a ton of time when I travel working on rigs. I bring enough of them with me where I don't really need to work on them as much, but it's nice to have some stuff set up. But having that picture perfect backdrop is amazing.
Yeah. So somebody asked for a hashtag, and we're gonna give some stuff
Oh,
away.
you know it.
So here it is. We're going back to basics because 2024. Before we get into what we're gonna be doing, so hashtag Cow Tech saves you 10%. We don't even say that enough. I always
I
forget, but
know, we forget.
um, yeah. So basically, we are going to be kind of like getting back to the basics, and we got a lot of new folks on here, and we want to be able to reference a specific show on how to do the products. But I'm kind of getting off a track here. I wanted to say something about the giveaway. The truck
Yeah,
giveaway was epic. We raised $100 shy of $2,000,
that's
first time
amazing.
ever for the ALC.
$1,900. That's sweet.
Awesome job, guys. Like,
Yeah, thank you
thank you
everybody for
for going to
donating.
CowRC and donating to such a great cause. Having those guys on the last show too was awesome. They
Mhm.
were very awesome guests. Like, they were amazing. And I know it was hard following John Schultz, but I think they did a
Oh,
phenomenal
yeah.
job. And the money that was raised was just, he was an awesome person to listen to, because like I kind of knew what it was about, but when he explained it, it just took it to a whole new level.
Well, I
And
can
it
listen to
was
Oscar talk
super
about
cool.
anything. He's got amazing voice. He just knows how to talk, and I mean, he's a perfect person to be the representative for a great cause like that. He his life experiences with autism and his heart into it. It's just he's a real great guy, and he represents a great cause. I mean, and all of that money, all $1,900, all went to charity. So none of that was to pay for any costs or anything like that. So everybody who donated, all the vendors that donated, it was pure donation.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. And honestly, man, not everybody has the extra money to donate, so it still was an awesome fundraiser. Like, it was a home run in my opinion. I think that the way that they gave away the prizes was pretty cool. If you missed it, it
Yeah, that
was
was
like
fun.
super fast. Yeah, it was fun, and he did that on Instagram and stuff like that, so you can see the replays and all that. What a great thing! I can't wait to see the pictures and stuff like that when he actually gets the truck, because it's
Yes.
my truck. He's got my truck, so
Well, I think
it
I think
was.
Stuart, I think the winner's on here. I think Stuart is on here watching. I think he was the winner of the truck, and I believe he also won some CowRC products. Yeah, Stuart, we want to see
Yeah,
that truck in action when you get it.
no kidding.
We're all
It
jealous.
was cool. Yeah. So Tyler, maybe we should kind of get into what tough when you have a child that love. Yes, it is. And you know what, Steve? It is so super cool seeing you and your family at the track, and the way that you guys treat him is utterly amazing. You make sure that he always has whatever he needs, and seeing him at the track and doing the things that we do is just amazing. And I love seeing him there. So it is so super cool whenever you guys roll in, and I know you'll be at the next event. But I think we need to talk about our itinerary or episodes for 2024.
Yes, absolutely. So yes, we've had an amazing 2023. We've grown a lot as a show, and we've attracted a lot of new, customers to CowRC, a lot of new fans to the show, and we've kind of got into a high level of content. We started talking about new products, and we
Yes.
had some really, well-known guests in the industry. Yeah, there's another,
Right.
great, the USB rechargeable sprayer. I mean,
Yeah,
so
it's
many
crazy.
great products have been coming. I mean, it's hard not to get just so
Excited.
amazed and excited, right? Excited
Right.
about new products and talking about. And then we had some awesome guests that we just talked about, and so we really kind of got to a really really high level, and we brought a lot of people along with us. And we thought the way to start off 2024 is to get down to the basics. This show is based upon helping the fans, helping the customers understand how to use the products, how
Right.
to maximize the money that you're spending. This is a kind of a niche within a niche type of product where
Right.
RC is a niche, right?
Mhm.
And it's a hobby, and then going into another degree of taking care of that hobby is just a whole
Maintaining it.
nother
Yeah.
facet. It's almost like a whole nother hobby, and
Yeah.
you're spending money on it. And so what we're here to do is to make sure that you're using your products and your money wisely, being efficient with these products and using them to its their fullest maximum capacity. And so that's what Adam and I are going to do here today, and probably at least one more episode. And we're going to take your questions and your comments and kind of just methodically go through how you start with basically a clean and fresh RTR or a kit build, and
Right.
using the CowRC products from step one all the way to the end of the life of that RC. So we thought that would be a great way to kind of give back, reset, and help everybody kind of understand why we're here and why CowRC exists.
Yeah, and you couldn't have said it any better because the thing is, like, if you have one or two products, you already know the benefit of those specific products. But
Right.
do you truly get all the benefits from that? Because this is a complete system. And if
Right.
you utilize the whole system, you will get maximum results. And that's kind of what we want to layer on and do it step by step. And I think that getting back to the basics is going to be huge, not only for any of the newbies, but for anybody that just might have missed a few things from when we originally
Yeah.
started all this craziness 21 episodes ago.
Right.
It's bonkers. Yeah.
Been almost a year. I mean, we're 10 months into this. I think on episode 25, maybe 26 is going to be our 1 year anniversary. So we're catching up, to ourselves. We're going to start aging ourselves. But yeah, it's that's what this is about, is teach everybody how to use the products. And these are
Right.
products that have been around since, the beginning of CowRC. And so, I figure what you want to start getting into it and go to the beginning.
Yeah, and
Okay.
we all know what the best one is for the sprays because, man, it's been one of my favorites. It makes me look pro, even though I'm a not. I just love the Moo-Slick. And with the Moo-Slick, you get a product that is going to ensure that you have your ride looking dynamite. Now, why Moo-Slick? Why are we starting with Moo-Slick? Now, you see Tyler in front of him has a brand new chassis that he's starting to build. And if you treat your stuff correctly out of the box, cleaning it upstream is going to be so much easier. The benefit will be upstream from now. And I'm telling you, once you start seeing how we tie all these products in, you're going to love layering it on as well. So I know he's already got it ready. And the
Ready.
cool thing is, yeah, he's going to show we don't just go and spray it on and soak the plastics and this and that. There's actual proper ways to spray it on different things. Now, if you're going to be doing it on your Lexan bodies, we always put it on a microfiber towel first. You've seen us doing that and wiping it down. We never spray it direct. So we want to make sure that everybody knows and has some key points that we can bring you along on the trip because we miss talking to you guys, hearing what you guys want from us. And like he said, we were super excited. Like we got these new beanies that dropped, we got the duffel
That's
bags, we
right.
had so much new stuff. It was
It's
hard not to go bonkers and get into it hardcore.
mhm.
But if you don't understand how to maintain at the fundamental level, all
Right.
this might be a little bit too much. So obviously I'll turn it over to Tyler. He's going to do the little demo, and this is perfect for prepping a brand new kit. And let's hear in the comments if you got a new kit for Christmas or from
That's
Santa
right.
Claus.
That's perfect, perfect example. So the weird thing
Yeah,
about, I would say the weird thing or maybe the unique thing about the way the CowRC product system works is step one is starting before your kit or your RTR has even touched dirt. So
yeah,
that's where the process starts. You might find it odd where you've built this brand new kit. So I've got a kit I'm building here, and it's never touched dirt. It's never been cleaned. This is direct. I've never treated this, so I'm going to treat it here today, in front of you guys. And so the weird thing is that you're taking a brand new. You're asking, hey Tyler and Adam, why are you treating something that's brand new out of the box? And the reason is simple: is to save yourself time and energy and product as you use this kit or chassis, whatever it is, down the road. And that's with the Moo-Slick silicone spray. And so the idea with the Moo-Slick silicone spray is to repel those future dirts and grime and water that are inevitably going to get all over this thing, because it's going to look like this once. And
right.
that is it. The next time you use it, you start getting scrapes on it. It gets dirt, grime, all kinds of stuff. So when you spray it with the silicone, it starts repelling that. And so as we go through these next steps, it makes your life much easier as you use this vehicle down the road. So, basically what I do for something like this. So the Moo-Slick silicone protectant is not electronic safe. So I've got a bare chassis here with no electronics on it. And so what I do is just do a mist, right? Just kind of spray it down. This is for plastics, for metal, for carbon. Do it on the back of on the chassis plate here, the sliders, all that stuff. Just kind of mist it on like that. And so the really part that you want to keep in mind is let this cure. So once you spray it on,
Very
and when it gets, you don't want to let it puddle, you don't want to let it run. It's just you're not hurting anything, but you're just wasting product. You're not doing yourself any good, and you're going to kind of create a mess for yourself. So what you do is let this cure. So spray it. And what I do is I like to do this like probably at night. And so I'll spray it down and I'll leave it set for overnight, maybe even a full day. So 12 to 24 hours, and let it cure. So that way it kind of works its way itself into the plastic, starts kind of drying. It gets rid of that shiny appearance, and now you're protected. So the silicone has a chance to really cure and do its job. So it's really that simple. It's not anything that's difficult to do. It's just making sure everyone loves, you get this brand new RTR vehicle, you're ready to play with it, and you go and you forget the first step. It's kind of like you see, Facebook pages posts about trucks not having any fluid, or bearings are loose or something like that. It's always nice to check these things. RTR isn't ready to run until you really check it out, because you never know who put it together, what got messed up. Things happen, mistakes happen. It's always nice to go through it. So if you have an RTR, just make sure you're protecting the plastics, spray the Moo-Slick on, let it dry, half a day for a day, and then go enjoy it. So that would be for a chassis application. And Adam kind of hit on the topic of Lexan bodies.
yeah.
So Lexan bodies are something that a little bit different, but still need to be protected by Moo-Slick. So what we do for that is spray on a microfiber towel first, and then just wipe it on. So if you just wipe it on, just like so, not a big deal. And again, what it does is it just keeps this body looking shiny, keeps the mud and dust off of it, and makes it just kind of continue looking better. And then the most important part is when you go and clean it, everything just kind of melts off of it. All the dirt, all the grime melts off, and so it makes your life easier. And so that's what you want to do first thing out of the box on every vehicle you have. Protect those electronics. Make sure you don't mistakenly spray them, but very gently let these things get sprayed, let them cure, and then enjoy.
Absolutely. And one important thing to remember that with the plastics and all that stuff, it's not going to strip away any of the integral stuff inside it. It won't strip it. It'll actually help protect it and seal it.
Right.
So it's silicone based, so it's not going to make it brittle. It's not going to deform it at all. And giving it that time to cure is a perfect way of just storing it. So what I do, and you can see I just got in from the track, so I was actually doing it to show this off. So what I would do is I would actually take my kit. I'll take a dirty one, and what I would do for me is I actually have electronics in my car. So this is like still relatively clean because I was using the Cow Blaster. I've already had it, treated, and it's already gone through a whole bunch of stuff. But this just came off the track. You can see that it's still got the marks and scuffs and all the scubba and everything like that. So I would do pretty close to what Tyler did, the same exact way. And what I would do is I would just mist it away from the electronics. So I'm just going to spray it away from the electronics, hitting all the steel and the plastic and the turnbuckles and stuff like that. I also do the other side. And what I'll do is I'll show you a close-up of the treated side to the non-treated side, and you'll be able to see the difference like instantly. It's so cool. And like he said, you do want to let it sit and cure because that's where the magic happens, and it actually protects it for the next round. Now, I'm doing everything to keep it away from my electronics because it is not electronic safe. So now, let me see if I can get it to zoom in. Look at how shiny and dark the side to the right
Yeah.
is. The treated side is nice, bright, brand spanking new, and everybody's like, "Did you even run that kit?" But yes, the thing is, it makes it so much easier to keep that clean, and it just gives it that shine back, and it puts all of the silicone back into the plastic, and it just, man, it just does such an amazing job to make it look brand spanking new. So let me just show you this side right here. So see how dull that is? Now we're gonna flip around to the other side. Now look at how shiny that
Yeah.
is already. Like that's brand new.
Right.
And people
It
are
does make it
like,
look brand new.
Adam's just replacing parts, and it's like, no, it's the silicone. It makes it really easy to use. Now, I know that on the boats, they weren't using this on the bottom of the boats because we learned something on our
Yeah.
show. So you want it to be, what did he say? Aerated or something. So the bubbles make it. So I
Yeah,
forget.
it want to have bubbles because I'm not into boats, and I would
No,
say that
me
would have been
neither.
my first thing is I would have unloaded a whole can of this on the bottom of the hull and just went to
I'm
town because
guilty.
I mean, but because I do that, when I did off-road racing, I would spray the chassis protector because you case a jump, it
Absolutely.
gives you that extra slick. So I'm like, okay, a boat's fully contacting water all the time. It's supposed to repel it, but no, not land apparently is not the same as water. Go figure.
Oh, it is crazy. Like I would have never guessed, but I definitely used it on the chassis protectors, and you can see,
Yeah,
like you can't even
but it's
see
bright,
scuff
it's
marks.
shiny.
Like I don't know if you can see it in the lights because it's got
Oh,
the
it looks
green
like a
light.
mirror.
Like yeah, and
Looks like a mirror.
I was skimming off of the doubles and triples and stuff like that. And the biggest part was when you come up a little short. Not that I'm a perfect driver, so I needed that extra help just to
Yeah.
ensure that I had that, and it worked awesome on the bottom of the vehicle. And oh man, it was such a blessing to have these products. And this is just product number one. Like I can't wait till we get into the other stuff. But just be careful. Like that's why when you see me spraying, I was spraying always away from the electronics, and watch
Yep.
for overspray as well. This is not electronic safe, so you've got to be very careful in what way you are doing that for sure.
Yeah, some
Also
some,
makes
like,
cleanup a
things that
breeze.
I've
Yeah.
learned. So, one thing, also not to use Moo-Slick Silicone Protectant on is tires. So, obviously, slick tires, tire tread, not a good mix. You're just I
No.
mean, it's not gonna hurt them, but your vehicle is not going to perform very well when it's got a layer of silicone on it, and it's going to stay on there for for a little bit. So just be
It'll
careful of
penetrate.
that. Don't it'll come off. I mean, it's going to come off
Mhm.
eventually. It's not ruining anything. But that's not what you want to, unless you're going to do a show and shine and you're just going to park that truck sitting there, go right ahead. But if you want to drive it like most of us do, don't put it on tires. But yeah, it's and I'll give you some other helpful tips is be careful where you spray it, because what I do is I lay out like an old blanket or something on the floor, and I'll spray this, just kind of spray it, make sure I'm not near anything else. But what happens if it gets on the floor? It is slick. So I'll kind of do, if I do an overspray, I step in that overspray, and it's your feet get slick. So you can actually feel this stuff working. It does work. And this is obviously, I was showing you, and I think Jim had asked a question about what chassis this is. This is a TRX6 chassis. I'm just kind of custom building it with some upgraded parts from the beginning. But um, we talked about step one, because that's, we're talking about a brand new clean slate vehicle right now. Obviously, once you use it once, it's no longer brand new anymore. You can
Mhm.
keep reapplying this process. Again, being careful about tires and electronics, but you can keep applying this process, and the when you purchase any of the aerosols, it comes with one of the tubes. So you can purchase multiple types of tubes, but you can get a little bit more specific with it. So if you have areas of electronics you want to be careful with, servos, ESCs, motors, and you want to use that tube to kind of direct it in so you don't have such a mist, do that, because that'll actually help contain it, control it, and it also saves you on product, so it's not kind of just going everywhere like a cloud all the time.
Yeah, and one of the things that I would do as well, so I would have this, and until I got like really comfortable at using the product when I was a noob, I would actually just take like a microfiber cloth and I would just
Yep,
cover up my
100%.
electronics like
Oh, I still
so.
do that.
And yeah, and I
Yeah,
can hit the whole thing, and I know I'm not going to penetrate the
right.
microfiber, and it comes out just looking awesome. And then when I want to hit the plastics on the side, I just peel it up just enough where I'm
Yep.
still. Can I get that there? There we go. So you can
Yeah.
get everything but the electronics. So you're hitting all your plastic side rails and all that stuff. All the plastic and steel still exposed, but you're protecting your electronics. Very important. Very,
Yeah,
very important.
I still do that all the time. That's what you just did, is what exactly what I do on any of my 8 scale or 10 scale buggies, is do that same thing. I
Nice.
just and that's all I mean, the areas in the tray, in the chassis tray, if you've protected them at the beginning, that's good. And then kind of another thing to just kind of be cautious about is, this being silicone, and you're using, if you spray this on your chassis plate and then you put servo tape on, you need to make sure that you are cleaning that with a degreaser before you put the servo tape on, because the servo tape will not stick if there's a silicone applicant to
So
that.
true.
So, which is why as Adam showed, that's for a buggy and a 10 scale, 8 scale is a perfect way to apply Moo-Slick, because you can just do a nice cloud around the whole thing and have that top of your chassis plate with all electronics safe and secure with a microfiber towel, because you don't really need it in there. It's you've already treated it. It's more or less protected. Everything else around it's what's getting dirty.
Yeah. So Dino just said that you can spray it onto a microfiber towel. So yeah, so you can just like spray it onto the towel and get it
Hmm.
into certain spots. But another thing is, and I can't believe, yeah. So I actually have this right here. So I'll actually
Yeah.
use the nozzle. And honestly, if you want to get into tight spots and control it 100%, this is the way to go. And he has two different size applicators on
Hmm.
CowRC.com, and it controls how much you can actually flow through these. My camera's not that good. I apologize. You won't be able to see the size difference, but trust me, one flows more than the other,
Yeah, it
and
does.
it's
It makes a
cool to
difference.
control it. Oh, absolutely,
Yeah, you can
absolutely.
eyeball it and you'll see it.
Yeah, and You know what? I just want to remind everybody that's on Instagram that the hashtag Cow Tech does not work on Instagram. I do apologize. I do have a thing in trying to get that resolved. But if you want to get in on the draw, you do have to kind of go over to either Instagram or sorry, YouTube or Facebook. Sorry for that right now, but all hashtags work in the chats, and we can even throw it up on screen. So yeah, just like that. But you do need the dash if you want to it to
Cow
count. Wait a
dash
minute,
tech.
no, wait, no, you leave it like that, Dino. He'll never win if he keeps doing it like that.
we find a way to defeat him now, so he can't
Yeah,
keep
this
winning.
is the correct way. Yeah, we'll just show him another one. Yeah, but that
Yeah,
is the
that's
correct
right.
way.
This one would be tricky. I guess this hashtag is more of the attention to detail winner
Yeah.
than just the words. So
Yeah, it is so cool. But yeah, so Moo-Slick, my sliders and skids right onto the prior comps definitely keeps things moving. Yes, that is another great thing. And somebody was running a weird 12 scale, and it has
oh
like tubes on a pod. And he came up to me and he's like, dude, he's like, that Moo-Slick that you hooked me up with, it works on this. And I didn't even know what the part was. And he showed me how it moved. I'm
oh
like, oh wow, that's pretty cool. But I also recommended a new product that I think might be even better for that application, which we'll also get into. But obviously, we got the spray on Utter Butter, which we'll talk about in a future episode. But that is what I recommended for him because, man, I
okay,
think that in that application would be even better than Moo-Slick. Moo-Slick is good, but it doesn't have the longevity. You know what I
right,
mean? So you have to keep reapplying it. Now,
yep,
where this is really good is for like shock shafts and stuff like that.
hmm
Pillow ball, somebody mentioned in the comments there. I run a pillow ball car and I love it
yeah,
on the pillow ball. And
yeah. The tri-silicone's good.
I haven't looked back since we started doing that, and it's been phenomenal for things like that. Um, what I would really like to see, though, we are talking about the Moo-Slick and different uses and the way that we want you guys to use this as your first line of preparation for the next part of the show. We're going to keep
Mhm.
going, but he's building a new kit right in front of him. I just went racing. What did you guys get for Christmas? That's what we want to see
Yeah,
in the comments because, like,
that's right. Nobody's talking
we
about
know
that.
Santa Claus might have been nice to a few friends in our RC community, so we want to see it for sure. Yes, that is so true because you know what, Heath, I have absolutely no rust on any of my vehicles, and they were mad at me. They had to go in the bed of the truck on the ride home, and they were all cold in the snow and in the sleety, rainy, whatever you want to call it out there. And yeah, there is no rust. But this thing's been protected so much that I feel that it is going to stand the test of time for sure.
What
But yes,
I mean,
definitely a great rust inhibitor.
the one thing I see on Facebook a lot in comments are people that don't like to see the rust on their stainless steel screw head. So there's a misconception that stainless steel doesn't get stained. Well, that's just not accurate. But there's a way you can avoid that is by using the Moo-Slick. So as Heath mentioned, it's a rust inhibitor. So if you again pre-treat your vehicles, especially the fasteners, then that way when they get wet, especially if you're using water to clean your vehicles, it's going to be, you're going to have that head of the hex screw is going to collect water. Unless you go through and start removing all of it, even a little bit of residual water is still going to is going to make stains. So spraying everything with Moo-Slick that prevents the stain as well from the rust stain.
Nice. Now, that is one thing that I thought I was getting for Christmas, Rick. That is super cool.
Oh,
Bearded
yeah, that'd be
Dragon.
nice.
I don't know if CowRC makes a product for that, but yeah, I wouldn't know what to spray on the Bearded Dragon either. WRC buggy and nitro buggy, very cool. For Christmas, I got aluminum upgrades for my SBR 2.0 and an I-beam kit. That sounds kind of crawly.
Oh, the I-beam for
Yeah.
the SCX. I think maybe it's meant SCX. I don't know if that is, but I-beam kit. I wonder if that's for the XES 10.2.
Oh, the 24 Power Wagon and trailer. Yeah, the TRX4
Cool.
Chevy and K. Wow, you had a good Christmas. That's for sure. Got me a new Kyosho Outlaw Rampage.
Nice.
Wow. I was hoping for a CowRC
No
Blaster, but
blaster.
nope. I'm surprised you haven't won one yet. Jeez.
That's right.
Christmas was an RC1 cage and some tools. Very, very cool. And I know Brian has his new blaster now, and definitely pretty cool. Got a Mini B Pro roller. Awesome. Got a, what's this one? Got a super class crawler. Nice. Picked up a TRX.
Oh, that's a nice one.
The Ford F-150. Yes, I definitely saw
Yeah,
that
that's
one.
sweet.
That is pretty cool. CowRC Hot
Oh,
Rod
duffel bag.
duffel bag. Man,
Yeah.
right over my shoulder, you can see this duffel bag is packed, man, and like everybody was checking it out at the event. It was so cool. What, Dino, you haven't won a duffel bag yet either? You must be slacking in 2024. Holy crow. Bearings. Man, bearings are definitely cool. Hello, hello, hello. I got some Moo-Slick with the PTFE.
Okay, yep. Get
Very
that
cool
oil.
product. I can't wait to get into
Mhm.
some of the newer stuff again, but we definitely have to think. Well, yeah, for sure, for sure. Um,
Jet black.
Do you use the Jet Black as a blaster too? I unfortunately do not have a vac yet,
Yeah, I
but
don't
I
either.
have room in the shop. You have one, right?
I don't know. I just have the jet blaster. I don't have the jet back, but I want to say it can, but I'm not 100% sure about that. That's a good question.
Yeah, I definitely I knew that. I knew that. Very cool gift. Yeah, Heath would have to chime in. Can you use the jet vac as a blaster? Tyler, do you know that?
I don't know.
No,
I'm
no,
assuming that you can, but I haven't actually put my hands on one. Okay,
no,
so it
me
does. A
neither.
blower and a vac is what Heath says.
Okay, there you go. So
I'm
it
sure it's just
is
like most
a combo.
vacuums where you put it in a different end, you put it in the other end, and it pushes air versus sucking it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You gen
Can
something.
you make plows? Not sure what that means.
Don't know either.
Jason,
Maybe snow
how's it
plows.
going? Oh, there's the boss man chiming in. Yes, sir.
Yep.
Blower and vac in one. How do I not know about the jet bag? Oh man, they actually have all the themes. We reviewed it on one of the shows, and the bags are beautiful. Like the quality, the fit and finish. This
Oh
thing's been
yeah.
through a sleet storm now. I can't say a snowstorm because it's too warm here, but it's definitely sleeting for sure. Uh, you need a demo of the jetback. Yeah, I think that he should send both me and Tyler one. That would be an awesome video. I got the CowRC CowRC Blaster. Yes, you
Oh,
definitely won
Promoto.
some prizes. I can't wait to see the content.
Yes.
And definitely, I think she won 2 prizes on one show,
Yeah, she
right?
did. Yeah, she won
Yes,
the John Schultz replica mat and the jet blaster.
you said that. Oh yeah. Don't forget, Cow Tech is the hashtag. I do see a couple people moving over from Instagram. Thank you very much for doing so. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you're going through the YouTube channel to get all of the notifications. And not only is Cow Tech the hashtag for today, it also saves you 10%.
That's right. Yeah, take advantage of that. A lot of people took advantage of of the discount code in the last few months. So definitely make sure. I mean, there's gonna be a lot of cool stuff coming out. Well, Adam and I here in the next couple episodes will start releasing some new products and talking about some new products as well after we get through kind of the basics and helping you guys set up your RC arsenal to be nice and RC maintenanced.
Yeah, and the cool thing is like what we want you guys to understand is like when you start off and you start layering it on, you'll see the full like benefit is what I want to say because it
Yeah.
makes it easier for me to maintain. Like you seen how clean it came, and I just did that 2 seconds right in front of you guys. These vehicles like legit just came off the track. Tyler came into the show while I was still setting up. I just came in. Jeff just jumped on the show. He just dropped me off here. So like you seen how easy it was. Now the reason why it was so easy is because it was already set up and
Oh yeah.
conditioned to make it easy to do so. Having the Jet Blaster is, oh my! If you don't have one or haven't tried one yet, come see me. Come see somebody at the track. Somebody around you has one of the blasters, and you will not be disappointed. But all I do, I just blow off all the I don't even know what it is. It's like marbleized carpet, I guess, like
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
rubber
Just
balls in
carpet.
it,
Yeah.
and it blew it right off. It almost cleaned it up, and it was because it being conditioned already with the Moo-Slick and stuff like that, that it made it easier to maintain upstream. And once we start layering on the other products that are beside Tyler, you're going to see that this is a system and why CowRC was kind of put on the map and has grown to this great company it is today. The staples are definitely like the parts and chassis wash. Like that's where I got my introduction. I didn't even know about Moo-Slick at first, and now that we're offering it in concentrate, and there's rumors of other concentrates coming out now, like it just never ends. So I know that the people that have been following us for a while now know about all the hype, all the new products. We kind of like what Tyler said at the beginning of the show. We just went crazy in 2023 with all these new releases and all phenomenal products. But if you don't know the basics, it's really hard to get the benefit of everything. So we're gonna start walking you through it and making sure that you get the most bang for your buck because all these products deserve their own little mini spotlight. And we want to be able to create content so we can go back and say, okay, go to episode 22.
Right.
You got tips on Moo-Slick, you got tips on this, that, and the other. And then
Have
episode
instructions.
23, right, we got electronics cleaner, we got the parts
Mhm.
and chassis wash, whatever you want. And we're even going to start asking you guys. I like the vac idea. I do like the vac idea, but we're gonna ask you guys what you want us to kind of do products for and showcase and kind of do a deep dive on
Right.
because yeah, we want to get back to the basics. And the most fun that Tyler and I have had on the show is interacting with you guys.
Yeah, you guys have a lot of great comments. I mean, we really it makes it great for us to see that you enjoy hearing us talk and you're getting something out of it. And we enjoy the comments. I mean,
Right.
I'm looking here at my second screen and just the comments and the silly things are awesome. I mean, this is what it's about. It's a fun show and we're learning something as we go as well.
And
So, like,
talk,
kind of going on to like the next step of this is
mhm.
cleaning. So now that you've
Yeah.
prepped your brand new vehicle, you're going to go out, have a blast with it. No matter what you do, whether it's carpet, clay, mud, dirt, you're going to get it dirty. And you need to get rid of that dirt. You should never put it back on the shelf looking like that because then you have all kinds of problems later down the road with seize bearings, water sitting in places you don't want it to be, rust, all that type of stuff. So we want to show you how to start cleaning your vehicle. So there's a couple different types of cleaners that CowRC sells. There's the part and chassis wash, which
Mhm.
is it has a concentrate, which we have a 16 ounce and a 32 ounce concentrate bottle, and then we have a smaller premix if you want to just have something to go. So nice portable premix, obviously big enough where you can spray. Has a nozzle on it, so you can spray onto your vehicles like that. And then we also have, for the concentrate, the USB rechargeable sprayer, which this is I'll say this is probably my maybe even tied for number one favorite product of 2023. I use this thing all the time, and it's
Me
great.
too.
So what we're talking, and then so we have, part and chassis wash is going to keep all of your lubricants safe. It's not going to degrease anything. Obviously, it is not electronic safe. So again, you do not want to get it into your electronics. But it's not going to take away your oils. It's not going to take away your greases. It's going to essentially clean your vehicle. And so when you apply this product, you're going to leave it set for about 2 to 4 minutes on your chassis, on your bodies, those type of things. And then you can kind of get rid of it 3 different ways. The Jet Blaster is one way. I mean, we talked a lot about that. So you can,
Yeah.
so like the way I do it personally is for a light, a dusty vehicle, I'll call it, or maybe just grass or even, carpet fibers. I'll spray it with part and chassis wash, let it sit, let the chemical do its work. And then I will use a Jet Blaster Turbo and just blow it off. And then if there's puddles, I'll kind of wipe it real quick. So that's kind of, for, in my mind, is a light dirtiness. A medium dirtiness is, again, would be mud, some light mud, heavy dust, that type of stuff. So again, spray the part and chassis wash on that vehicle, let it set for 2 to 4 minutes, and then use a rag, microfiber rag. That way you're applying some pressure on it. You're getting some of those tight little areas off. You're into the slider corners, you're into the battery tray, those type of things, getting that dirt out of there. And then the third way I do it, if it's super muddy, I'll use water. So you can do a couple things. Take it to the sink. You can use a hose. So again, part and chassis wash on it. Let it sit for 2 to 4 minutes. Spray it with a hose. Put it in the sink. Let it, let the water do its job. Obviously, when you introduce water to electronics, you need to be careful. So that's kind of do it as you feel necessary, but be very, very, very careful, because water is going to do way more damage than any of these products are going to do to your electronics. So again, use your caution with that. But that's what I do. Again, even putting a rag on top of electronics is nice, just to kind of shield it. We're not talking it needs to be like a waterproof seal. You just need to avoid that direct moisture contact on your electronics, just to keep them healthy, keep them safe. And doing this is going to really, allow your vehicle get all those contaminants out of there and start fresh again. So you're going to kind of starting to reset. And then as you use, when you use your Moo-Slick beforehand, it makes all of that dirt just kind of slide off. So it's really making the part and chassis wash much more efficient when you're cleaning it.
That's he uses his daughter's shower to wash his sand clean after applying the chassis wash.
I've seen that before.
Yeah. So another thing that I've been testing has been a few of the brushes, and my favorite ones are the ones that are the new green ones, and I'll agitate like the caked on stuff. So I'll spray it with the parts and chassis wash first, and I'll agitate it with the brush to kind of break it up and break away some of the clumped on stuff. Now I've been racing on like red clay, some mixed in with topsoil, and some pretty sticky dirt lately. And what I will do for episode 23 is I'll actually leave my 8-scale buggy, and I'm going to show off how fast I can actually clean it and go through with this. I love it. Like, it is like a mini power wash for your RC car.
Yeah.
Now, it is going to have full electronics. It's going to be my personal kit, and I'm going to show you how I use the parts and chassis wash to maintain it and get it ready for the next step. You're going to be blown away by the results.
Yeah, this USB charger sprayer is awesome. I mean, you have a different wand. You can take the wand off and just have a snub nose end to it. This is adjustable, so you can do a stream, you can do a spray. I mean, as you're seeing, you guys probably can see this. You know, it's the battery lasts forever on this. I've
Yeah.
I've probably been using this for 3 months and have only charged it once. It's a huge tank, you know, full of it, so it's a very nice grip. It's and then actually USB charging is right here on the end of the kind of the butt of the handle. So really nice to use, super easy. It's ergonomic design, so it's real easy to, very well balanced. And as you can see, it sprays a nice amount of liquid on my
Mhm.
chassis here. So perfect setup, and it gives you can even like I was talking, if you don't like using water and you want to kind of tweak the sprayer so it's a sharp stream and kind of slice up some of that mud, it'll do that too.
Yes, that is so true. When I used to use air compressors, especially being from Canada, it does tend to, well, usually gets cold here. And yeah, especially if you have little condensation in the
Oh
airlines and
yeah.
stuff like that. Oh my gosh, yeah, it is
Well,
crazy.
I used to have, I mean, I used to have one of my first like tools I ever purchased for RC was well, actually I didn't purchase it, I was given it. It was like a 90-gallon stand-up air compressor. And
Okay.
I had some pneumatic tools and stuff like that, but I never used them. And all I used it for was just blowing off RCs. And it was, I mean, I could only use it in the basement. It's huge, it's heavy, it's loud, and it was a chore to get it started up. And it was like one of those things where it's like, do I really want to blow off this RC? Okay, fine. And they would do it. But with the Jet Blaster, you just plug it in and flip it on, and it's more powerful than an air compressor. I mean, it's way more
It's
controllable. It's just instantaneous power. It's a really, and that's a tool that's been in CowRC's arsenal for a long time. It's been revolutionized a little bit with the turbo setting, because it was so powerful. Now that we have a dial on it, we can kind of dial it down a little bit and make it down to the Jet Blaster. So there's two of them. There's a Jet Blaster and a Jet Blaster Turbo. The Jet Blaster is a lower power version, non-adjustable. The Jet Blaster Turbo is the high volume power blaster with an adjustable knob, so you can go full hurricane or just a strong wind type of thing.
so Joseph, it's not that loud. I'm going to demo it on the next show. So
That'd be
you're
great.
gonna see when I'm doing my actual race put away. Like, obviously, the reason why these are still out is I'm just getting back to the from the track. I'm going to go through, obviously, clean, maintain, and inspect. I'm going to give it the whole plethora of products that I do on a regular. But the thing is, I want to show you guys step by step, because somebody put that in the comments. If we can do it kind of from start to finish, and that's kind of what we want to try and do with this. So we can go back, and if somebody's like, hey, like, oh, I don't know how this actually ties into one another, you guys can kind of reference back to some of these videos and be like, oh yeah, that's right. This is when they talked about how to do the Parson chassis wash, the Moo-Slick, whatever product you're looking for. Or you could just message me or Tyler. I'm glad to answer questions. You can go on the CowRC website. There's lots of tips and tricks there. There's so many different ways that you can find information, and we want to provide that for you as well. So we'll definitely help you guys out with that. But in the next episode, I'm going to use this and I'll use the Cow Blaster together to show you how quickly it's going to clean an 8-scale buggy. Now, keep in mind, it's already been conditioned with Moo-Slick to start off with. So
Yep.
I've had this buggy gone through so many times. I've been beating on this thing, and I'm going to go beat on it one more time for you guys just to get it dirty and make sure that we have it ready for the next show. But it's going to be a lot of fun showing you guys exactly how I do it for a race application. Now, Tyler might have one where he can do it for the crawler application. You know what I mean?
Sure.
We'll try and cover as much as you can. And you know what? Any idea is a good idea. So if we can incorporate it into the show, please put it in the comments, message us. We will do our best to try and accommodate you guys, the viewers, because we want to make sure you're getting the most bang for your buck out of the product that you're putting your hard-earned money into. So we are here to please.
What do you think we should? We're starting to get close to our hour, and you
Oh
want
my
to
gosh,
do
yeah.
our, yeah, I know already, right? You start
So
spraying stuff.
yeah. So how about we give away a Moo-Slick?
Yep, that sounds good.
All right. So first winner gets a Moo-Slick. So I'm gonna pull it up on screen here, and we're gonna have something super cool for the next show. By the way, when we're going in between screens and stuff like that, I can't wait to show that off to you first, and then we'll have it
I'm
for the show.
excited. I don't even know what you're talking about.
It's gonna be pretty cool. All right. So we have 26 entries. This is your last chance. You have to be on the show and comment to us that you are still here and with us. So Cow-Tech is the hashtag. So we'll give it one more second and we're going to do the first spin. First winner is going to get the Moo-Slick, the first product that we talked about today, and definitely a good one here. So we are going to do the draw. I'm watching you. Please enter me in the draw. Greg, just type in hashtag Cow Tech like this, and it's free. Yeah, you only have to make sure you put in the dots. There we go. Now we're starting to get some. Yeah, even the YouTube guy. Yes, thank you. And remember, on Instagram, you do have to go to either Facebook or YouTube, please. All right. So now that we got everybody in, we're going to do the draw. Good luck, everybody. First winner of 2024 is going to be
Tony
Tony
Blair. Nice.
Blair.
Congratulations.
So Tony, either message me or Tyler, and we will hook you up with the Moo-Slick. So
Nice.
you know what else I think we should give away is
What do you think?
we have what 3 sizes of the parts and chassis wash.
Correct. We got the premix. We've got a 16 ounce and a 32 ounce.
All right, so let's split the middle. We'll do the 16. How about that?
16 of the concentrate. That sounds
The
good.
concentrate. And what I will do is I will make, because I'll go through this. So I don't know if you guys can see. I got just that much left, which is still a lot, but I'm going to go through it and show you guys how I actually mix it. Because for different applications, I mix it at different quantities. So
Sure.
I will
That's
show
a good
you
call.
exactly how I mix my concentrate into the blaster, or sorry, into the sprayer. So then you can see it exactly. And honestly, you can experiment with this. I'm not gonna
Oh
lie.
yeah.
I've gone a little bit more and I've gone a little bit less, depending on the application. But we'll
My
get into
my
that when we
go-to
do.
is an 8-to-1. That's kind of I'm more just consistent. 8-to-1 water to concentrate is kind of my go-to.
Yes, we have given away some amazing prizes thanks to our boss. He is a phenomenal guy. But yes, if you stay tuned, we have given away some awesome stuff. The best thing that we've probably given away is what, the blaster?
Oh yeah, yeah. I
That
the
was
blaster
awesome.
and the John Schultz combo mat. I think
That
that was
was epic
our
too.
last
Yeah.
episode was probably our 2 best prizes. And if you
Yeah.
got,
Well,
if as we go through the prizes through the episodes, if you get impatient, you want to get a product, get 10% off. Use our code Cow-Tech at checkout, and you
yep.
get 10% off. So, and that is through the whole entire RC our CowRC online store.
All right. So are we ready to draw again? So
Yeah,
this
do it.
one is going to be for the middle one, 16
Yep.
ounce concentrate parts and chassis wash. Good luck, everybody.
John Rogers.
John,
Nice.
congratulations. Heck yeah. So this is crazy that we're already up on an hour. I
Yep.
cannot believe it. I gotta thank Tyler for being my partner in crime and keeping us on track and running through the CowRC products. And we are gonna have such a good time with getting back to the basics. I gotta thank you guys, the viewers, for making
Absolutely.
us fly through this hour. Like, I can't believe that we're already up on the hour. And man, it has been awesome ride coming out of the gate. 2024 episode 1. So it's weird because we're actually episode 22. But thank you for joining us, Tyler. Man, great show.
Yeah, it was an awesome show. I mean, thank you everybody for the comments. I mean, this is what we're hoping for is to have some great conversation with great RC hobbyists and enthusiasts about CowRC and learning about the products. And hopefully, you know, you guys learn some stuff, learn some tricks. And we're happy to share those with you. And as you can see, you know, look around me, we've only touched 2 of them so far.
Right.
So we hope that you enjoy this format kind of coming out of the gate in 2024. We're going to keep going that, you know, next episode 23, we're going to continue on with that. I think the next thing we're going to talk about in episode 23 is kind of continuing the cleaning portion and talking about the Moo-Kleen cleaner and degreaser. So this is the aerosol that we'll be talking about. It is electronic safe, and it has a whole bunch of different things. This is actually one of the OG products, is one of my favorites. So I am excited to share what I use it for, and I think there's probably going to be some cool stuff that we're going to hear from other people. So thanks, everybody.
Absolutely.
Yeah, appreciate the great comments. This was a great episode, so thank you very much.
Thank you very much, and we will see you episode 23. Look out for the link, and if you can, we never ask this. If you see the link and you want to share it, it's not going to hurt our feelings at all. So, yeah, stay tuned for episode 23 already. All right, you guys have a great night, and we will see you later.
Bye,
for now.
everybody.